So what I want to share with you today is just a brief overview of what we went over in our recent phone call. So want to share with you the applications and sort of get into the way that these applications are integrated amongst themselves. First thing we're going to want to look at is our contact record, or the Customer 360 as we call it here at Odoo. Go into an account. See, we have a pretty standard list of fields. You can add, subtract, change the names of fields simply with the Studio tool here. For example, click on it, cell phone, that will change the interface. We could also add a new field here, such as just a basic select box and do hair color, blonde, brown, black. Confirm it, it'll drop that field automatically on the record. Change the value, change the field name. You can make it invisible, make it a required field, or read only so people can't touch it. Can limit visibility to groups, all that for that field. Once we click out, it'll adjust that. Close out of here. And you'll see you have a new hair color field with selected options. So, more importantly than just adding and subtracting fields is up here called the Customer 360. What this is it simply lets you quickly access any related information in the database as it pertains to this customer. So you want to see all sales orders, you want to see analytic accounts, any subscriptions we have, you want to see tasks for implementation you can manage, invoices, hardware associated with this customer, all that. You'll see you want to look at hardware, open it up, you'll see we have serial numbers X1, X2, the product, creation date. Open these up, we can see this product right here, X1 is currently at the end location of our customer. You can see any repairs associated with this product by clicking there. You can jump into a repair order instance, and you can see the system tracks all up here that tracks the movements. You'll see we went from contacts to John Doe to hardware to the specific piece of hardware to a list of all repairs associated with that hardware and into a particular repair order. Going back here, you'll see you can access the customer quantities, and there's something called up-down traceability, which lets us see this test product, lets us have a historical view of the movement that this product has made. For instance, when it came into our warehouse, you can see here it came in at this particular time from our vendor to our stock. You can drill into that document if you want. You can see we purchased it from vendor X, brought in, it came with a quantity of 5. You can see the PO it's related to, drill right into that PO. You can start to really see the level of integration amongst the apps. We went from contacts into hardware, which is part of inventory. We did go into repair module. We left that. We went back into traceability, drilled down into the warehouse in order, the receipt, and then down into the purchasing module to see the PO associated with that end piece of hardware. So, and then you can quickly click back and jump to John Doe's interface again. Same thing for sales. Jump in, see a list of sale orders. You can see that all here. Subscriptions, same concept. See a list of all the subscriptions. See they're both in progress. Access these subs. Here's the customer, the reference. Date of next invoice is going to be 9/11. Subscription template, sales rep, can see the item down here, how much they're being billed for recurringly. You can close the subscription, you can generate some upsells, we can add some products, maybe they want to add a user, or we can add a second subscription. We can add it into the subscription automatically. We could send them a formal quote for them to sign, just like that. It'll update the quantity, automatically update the price. You can see all that. Again, sale order you can access right from the sub, can see what generated that subscription. So that kind of gives you a general overview of the workflows. What I want to talk to you about now is kind of an actual workflow we'll go through. So we can sell something, and I'll show you what that process looks like. So go into quotes, quickly create a new quotation here, add a customer. Again, you can add customers right on the fly if you want, create a new one from scratch. We could select a customer, click on this green box, and actually see John Doe's information right from the sale order. Drill into anything we want to here. Can check contract template. I have something set up here called the monthly subscription template, which automatically populates the line item with this. Can add some other products. Maybe we want to sell some hardware, and maybe we want to sell some implementation services on top of that. You can see all the details in here are adjustable. You can specify quantities, change unit prices. Maybe we want to sell this implementation for $50,000. Updates the quote, payment terms, all that can be adjusted here. Now, once we save this, you can send the quote out by email right from the system. We're going to integrate with Gmail, any email client that you're using today. We're going to be able to access their server. It'll ask me for John Doe's email because I don't have one in here yet, but this is what standard template looks like. You'll see the customer will be able to accept and pay online quote. What happens when they click that is it'll take us here. I'll click preview. This is the online quote. In short, you can see all the line items here. We can see our subscription. It breaks it out automatically. Tells you how much you're going to pay in subscription. You're going to see one-time fees, both the hardware as well as the implementation services, and that'll get us our end total of $57,649.48. Customers can sign, accept, make payment online. Very traditional e-commerce workflow from here on out. You'll see in this template, these are all customizable via a Bootstrap editor. You can drag and drop themes, edit in line, save it. Really use this as an opportunity to create a good user checkout experience for your customer. Maybe market a few of your products, include terms and conditions or any contractual language you'd want. You can build that into these unique quotation templates. Every template will have its own interface, as I just showed you here, and the contract template is here. Quote template is what's related. So once I confirm the sale, this is where the magic happens. Essentially, a few things happened. One, for sale order for number 4, we generated a new subscription. As we can see, the chatter captures all that information, tells us how much it's for, when it was created. Now, all this happened today. Second thing it does is it generates a delivery order for the hardware. For test products, it's going to go from the stock to the end location of the customer, who is John Doe Inc. See, we can associate the serial number, customer, all that right through here. We'll do that in just a minute. Last but not least, it also created a new task in a project, the implementation services. So if we take a step back and look at our project module, we'll see we have 2 different projects in this instance. You can, if you're just working on implementations, you can quickly, save this as projects, use it by default. So every time you come into your project module, you'll just see that. And if you want to see them all, you can exit out. But more importantly, you drill into this project. It's going to show you a list of all of the different implementations that you've sold, the different stages that they're in. We can see sale order number 4 down here. Can maybe move it to stage 1. Open it up. You can assign it to an employee to work on the implementation. You can specify planned hours here. If you wanted to incorporate actual timesheets and have these timesheets funnel into the sale order so that you can invoice them every month for the implementation, you can do that as well. Really depends if you're doing your billing based on ordered or delivered quantities here. Deadline tags. You can see subtasks. You can see that sale order it's related to. Right up here, drill into that. Again, we're right back at the SO, sub, delivery, or task. Going forward here, I'll click here into other information. Gets a little bit more in depth. You can see like the warehouse we're going to ship this out of, shipping policies, who's the salesperson, sales channel, customer references, payments. Do we want to capture tokens when they pay via e-commerce? Are they doing wire transfers? Analytic accounts. This fields into more of a robust financial analytic reporting, and then we can see the invoice status still to invoice. Next step here would be to we can create our invoice right from here, right from the sale order. Do we want to invoice all lines? Do down payment either percentage or fixed amount? We'll just go ahead and invoice everything. Here's the invoice. Right now it's in the draft stage. You can always see the draft of the stage of a document in the top right. This is still editable. You're still able to tweak anything that you see here. However, when you validate it, it actually posts the journal entries automatically. You'll see that right here, when I validate it, watch, journal entries get created. I can access the journal entries, see a whole list here. Accounts receivable debited, and then all 3 product sales are credited. Now, So if assuming a customer pays online or if they charge their credit card, this process would automatically happen. So they pay online, the invoice gets created, validated, journal entries get posted, and then the payment is automatically registered and reconciled against that invoice. So I'm manually doing it here just to show you sort of the mechanics of how it works on the back end. Click register payment, assuming this is the journal associated with the payment that we have running. We can validate it, and it registers this as paid. Amount due is 0. We have some pretty cool reconciliation tools in our accounting app, which will allow you, a nice interface to be able to quickly match payments against open invoices. Happy to drill into that in a subsequent demo. Should you guys be interested in carrying the conversation forward? So once this is paid for, we still have the folks in the inventory department will see, hey, we have a delivery order to do, and it's late because that's just the date we had configured in the demo. But click this, you'll see here it is for John Doe Inc., set order number 4. Products are available, we have them in stock. They'll quickly be able to filter out what's draft, what's ready, what's waiting availability, what's confirmed, what's late, back orders, all that. So this is a pretty simple list. Open up the warehouse out, print the picking if you want, delivery slips, all that can be printed right up here. For instance, we could click it, generates a PDF for us. Pretty straightforward. There's a barcode associated with the picking so that we can push it forward. It's going to assign the lot based on, I think I have first in, first out or last in, first out assigned just in the demo environment. But we'll be able to do that. Next, look at our serial number, access it. Want to assign the customer, save it right here, add this to the order, and a quick validate, process the checkout. John Doe has just received product X3. John Doe may call. You can see here we go to customer, John Doe, hardware, we're up to 3 now. We see X3 is now associated. You can see it's at the end location of the customer. Up, down, traceability. There we are, left the warehouse at specified time, stock vendors, all that. So, in a nutshell, that's kind of the inner workings of the system and how everything is going to be related. I mean, the business that you guys are doing, with the exception of the hardware component, is extremely similar to what Odoo is doing today internally. Oftentimes, I want to see, how's that subscription coming along? You'll see in our subscription module, we have all sorts of reportings. You can see a running list of all of the different subscriptions that you have. They're all in progress. You can quickly group by customer, for instance, to see what they're paying you in total. All that. So you can layer that, show us the status of these subscriptions. John Doe, all in progress. There they are. All right. I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this is enough to kind of whet your palate and give you an idea of, really what our system can do for you out of the box. This is not I didn't go into how we can associate help desk tickets through the customer record, or repairs or expenses for employees who are on site at the implementation, associating expenses to different implementation projects, being able to bill the customer in, through the invoice for all that. So should that be of interest to you, we can certainly move in that direction. All right, thanks so much for your time today. Hope this was helpful. Look forward to hearing back from you soon.